Welcome to day 50 of 100 Days of Startup, where I, Rod Danan, am building Prentus, where we connect startups to skill tech interns. And, it's day 50, so halfway through. I'm going to do a bunch of changes going forward, but I'll talk about that a little bit later in the day. But for now, the plan for today is to, just make a couple social posts, and then I have a testimonial meeting with our last intern, and then at night we have the roundtable vent sesh for the job search bootcamp grads as well as people who recently got jobs. And the rest of the day we'll just be working on Bubble, building the dashboard and some functionality. So I'll update you all later in the day. 2 p.m. update. So in the morning, had another meeting with Guy, just kind of going over the different elements of the design system. I've seen him improve a lot, which is nice in terms of his organization, the way he's designing things. So it's really nice to see. On the design front still, we had another designer drop out, and they were supposed to be the one that was going to kind of shift more into the internship side of things. So that's definitely a blow for us. One thing is now have to figure out who is going to do the internship designs, and it might fall on Guy, or it might be me. Like I don't know where I'm going with this now. So that's another thing I have to figure out. Other than that, I had a good stand up, talked to someone, or talked to a couple people, kind of giving them advice about the different job searching tactics. So that was good. And then I just had the final intern testimonial done. So now we got three or four maybe recorded testimony interviews with different interns, which we'll be able to use on the actual page for a video, and also the written testimonial to feature on the bottom of the page, like standard landing pages. So that's good. And yeah, about to have the designers meeting and then work on Bubble. So I'll let you know. All right, day is done. So left you off at 2 p.m. So after that, went into the designer team meeting. In the meeting, Guy went over his design system, which is about, say, 60% done. So he has a bunch of the main parts, like colors, typography, stuff that the other designers can work off of and start creating their designs. So that's really good. It took about 45 minutes for that. Then there's a bunch of different questions from the other designers on, different clarifying stuff, login, what we're kind of using. So that meeting ended up going for about an hour and a half. And then, after from 3:30 to 5, I was kind of just doing follow-ups, answering for the designers, but then also figuring out functionality. And one thing we're looking at is Firebase authentication for Google Cloud. So what was integrated initially, we wanted to do Google login or Google sign up / login and LinkedIn, but LinkedIn's not in there. So we switched it to GitHub. So now it's just going to be Google login and LinkedIn login on the new platform that we're building. And then from there, we're also figuring out how to integrate it. So I had to create some sort of GitHub account and just talking to developers on that. So learned a lot myself. From there, there were some other designer questions that I had to answer. But we left the meeting basically with the plan that by tonight, we would have some styled sign-up pages for the developers to start on. I think they took the design system a little bit too literally, because the sign-up pages looked almost identical to the login pages, the login page that Guy made. And if you've seen different login and sign-up pages, they look different. It's part of the reason is to make sure that people aren't signing up again when they have an account, or logging in when they want to sign up. So the way that confusion, make it clear that it's two different pages. But they took the design system literally and kind of created the exact same sign up, but just changing it for bootcamp grad sign up, mentor sign up, and stuff. So misunderstanding there. Hopefully we can rectify it and get things on track over there. But yeah, they're not ready to go into development, so there'll be some stuff tomorrow to go over. One of the other things that happened, so I talked about the designer leaving, which I'm still working on planning that out, but a developer dropped that also. And not just a developer, he was the co-lead for the front end team. So, he said he's about to get a job, and then he also has some other things he has to focus on, so he can't commit, which I understand. I'm not mad at anyone. The only thing I'm worried about is it kind of cascading, where people are like, oh, this person dropped out, that person dropped out, and then they're like, okay, like I'll just drop out. They're like, this project's going nowhere. Because if that happens, then yeah, the project doesn't go nowhere. But we're literally right in the precipice. We just need those designs to come in, and those developers will start churning them out. The developers are hyped. They're ready to go in. We just need to give them some stuff to work with. So we're working on that still. But after all of that kind of stuff, we had our job vent sesh, so job search vent sesh, and it was pretty good. So I was actually really nervous that no one's gonna show up, which I kind of have before every event, but especially this one because it's a new format. But ended up being, we peaked at like 15 people, and then we had like no less than 10 people the whole time. It was really good. It was mostly me and this other guy Nate, who recently got a job, just kind of giving people some motivation tips. And it's tough on the job search for them, man, because some people maybe they're 30 days in, other people are like 9 months in, and it's defeating. People are like, what do I do? So I was just trying to give them different ideas and tell them, like, if something's not working, you got to change it up. So hopefully there'll be some results from there. But yeah, it was really good. I wish I recorded it, but I didn't prep properly, so don't have it recorded. But it would have been a great thing to share. But yeah, then at the end of the day, just quick call with Guy to go over. He was kind of basically creating his own dashboard template as part of the styling for everything. But yeah, I'm happy to have him working on that, and that's it for the first 50 days of 100 days of startup. So I'll make a post tomorrow on LinkedIn, just kind of summarizing everything. But otherwise, thank you all for watching for this past 50 days, and these next 50 days are gonna be even better.